Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are and whenever you watch this replay. Today, we're going to talk about when we create collages, whether it's jelly printing collages or any other type of collage that you use, any other art mediums that you use to make your collage, whether it's magazines or something else. Have you ever looked at those collages and walked away with something like something is just missing? Well, today we're going to talk about how making collage is not just putting pretty things together, but rather it goes a little deeper than that. So, before we get started, though, I just wanted to thank everybody who's been watching my replays and commenting below. That really helps the channel and the videos grow and get in front of more people. And so I just wanted to thank you for that. And if you're new here, my name is Sherry and I'm with Ratchet Up Your Art. And I am a mixed media and jelly printing artist. And I have decided to go live every day for 100 days um, to make time for my art and myself, but also wanted to really bring it to y'all. And that the 100 days of me going live at 4:30 a.m. is to show you that you can set times aside for yourself and your own creativity for stress relief and mindfulness, and it doesn't matter the time or day. It's whatever works for you. 4:30 a.m. happens to just work for me. Before I start my day and everybody's still asleep. Some other people, it might be 10 p.m. at night. But whatever time that is, set time for yourself and really connect with yourself and see how you could change your mindset. So, with that, let's go ahead and talk about collages and how to make them non-disconnected, and it's more than just putting pretty things together. Okay. Good morning, Christina. It is nice to have you back online and after being away. I hope that your event was very successful. Um, so we're going to talk about unity in art. And what I am showing here are some of the collages that we've made over the last 52 days. Or is today 50? Today's 52. Sorry. The last 51 days. And what brings your art together is unity, which is a principle of elements that are pieced together, right? So we're talking about repetition of things, we're talking about consistent use of materials or techniques. And so a lot of these have die cuts that I've done from other jelly prints. It has what's the word? Oh, jelly print skins. And in fact, I don't see any on here, but that's okay. Yeah, I don't have any on here, but that's okay. We've used jelly print skins. We've used similar colors. Um, for each piece is on its own, brings something to the table, right? So, um, when I create this art, it doesn't matter this piece or whatever piece, I try to bring balance and unity to the piece. And I'm just showing them all together right now. But that way I just laid them down. Like I just turned this one was this way and I just turned it this way because I like it better. But point being is the balance of elements, where nothing really feels out of place and there's a clear theme or mood that ties everything together. So having this, repetition of color or repetition of shape and those kinds of things really brings, all the pieces together. So I just wanted to show them. I think I have maybe about 30, but unity as a whole, right? And making sure that everything is intentional and is complete. And the way I do that is focus on one piece at a time and the balance and the harmony of one piece. And when you do that, it transcends to the other pieces. So I just wanted to talk about that, and something, in your own life that you may need to think about, right? What are those things in your life that bring you unity in your life, um, and the connection, so that you have throughout your life, and all the things that come together, and how does that play a part, right? So anyway, just wanted to talk a little bit about that, and let's go ahead and get started on our next piece. Oh, one other thing I wanted to point out too is these little dots, right? I don't know if you've noticed that, but there's like almost in everyone, not everyone, but pretty close, is a little dot that my little dot jar that I have from other discarded jelly prints or leftovers. So I thought that was interesting as well. And don't forget the chicken wire, like it's in here as well. But anyway, just thought I'd share that. And let's get started on the next one. Oh, today is a very hard day. Yeah. Anyway. Yes, Christina, I thought it was cool seeing all those together as well. 1 second here. I'm still messing with computers and stuff. Okay. Okay, so here I'm going to take 2 of these jelly prints, and then I'm going to cover this one as well. So Christina, was your event successful? Okay, so for anybody who's never seen me do this, I'm just covering the gel print and the canvas with some matte medium. And it's funny too, because I thought it would, so far I'm using the same original bottle. It wasn't quite 100% full, don't get me wrong, but we'll see if we run out. I have another bottle just in case, but oh, I bet being with a lot of greyhounds was fun. Yeah. I love it when they get their zoomies. They have to have zoomies, runs, and they get their zoomies and they run. That's always fun to watch them do that. Was it an adoption event, or was it just like all the greyhounds get together and let's have fun? Let's get that one down first. No air bubbles. We do not like air bubbles. I was hoping for this one to be down first. Okay. Figure it out, Sherry. Today I know. Oh. Okay. Got it. Social and educational fundraising. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I bet that was a lot of fun. You know, when I was in my younger days, I had a Mazda Miata, and we would I belonged to a car club, of all things, me, a car club. But I did. It was a thing. And it was really fun. We'd go on road trips and stuff like that, and day trips. And we would just, it was kind of like You see these bikers, motorcycle people, enthusiastic people. I can't say the word, but you get my point. Um, no coffee this morning. Not allowed to have coffee this morning, so I am struggling just a little bit. But the we would go on these day trips, and same kind of situation where you have like a big social and educational event, and we'd go through these little towns, like because Miatas, they're tiny, right? So it's kind of like riding in on a motorcycle, if you will. I mean, it's not the same thing, but you get my point. And going into these towns and stopping for lunch, that was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun for sure. I am. I do miss my Miata days. It was just too much fun. Just can't afford them now, and I have a bigger family than just a family of one. So Pasta Miata is not practical these days. Not for me. I know it's not the same as a dog. But I was just talking about how it the social aspect of it. When you have like people coming together. That's always fun. All right, let that dry from that side. Okay. Yeah, I'm not very talkative today. Really tired. Um, yeah, it's still on still working through the prom flowers. Prom is this Saturday. We'll be glad when I am done with the prom flowers. I I don't mind creating the flowers. It's just um I didn't realize how time consuming. Oh my. It just seems like my world has almost stopped creating those prom flowers. Yeah. So we're on the home stretch though. I gotta put it together this week. Like I'm just cutting them out. I still have to put everything together up on them on how they're gonna be displayed and that kind of thing. So this week is going to be one of those busy weeks. And I I enjoy making like I don't know. I don't want to call it scenes or decoration or when you create things for like a party. I enjoy that. Um Putting a theme together and using my art skills, but then I like it on a grand scale if that makes sense. So, um what's it called? I don't know what you call those people to be quite honest. Um I don't know what you call those. That type of art. But it's like stage art, where you're creating a play or something and you're staging everything. Okay, so we're going to, when we're talking about harmony here, oh, we are not using these certain things in here. There's things I got to get out of here that I may want to use. Okay, I don't know why I keep this one around. I do not use it. All right. So we have jelly print skins here, or jelly brayer roll skins. We have some die cuts that are mixed in with all this paper and tissues, paper. So, okay. Sorry. Um, Something just came to me, so I'm going to stop right there and answer what's in my head right now. Okay. Sorry. In the moment with my artwork, there was this piece called out and said, "Hey, pay attention to me. I have something to tell you." And I'm like, "Well, what do you have to tell me?" So, I just tore it, but that's okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm not talking. Sometimes talking. Oh, we talked about this on the Craft Showdown. Creating art and talking at the same time um, is not always the easiest thing to do. And anyone who's been watching my lives know that. So I just say it. Sorry. Okay. There is something here. I gotta find it. I'm not seeing what I'm looking for. What about? No, I don't know about that. Nope. 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 Okay. I know I have a lot of a certain type of. Let me just cut this off. Oh, okay. Nope. Put it back. I like that better. Okay, we're gonna go with that. I don't know. Still messing with it. Back to this way. Maybe I will bring this down. Pull those down. Off of there. Off of there. Okay, we're gonna put this here. We got this little. You know where I'm going with this right now. It's a sunset. and a little boat with a giant sail. And I purposely wanted these little white ones, the blue with the white on the edge, because it looks like that the water is lapping up on the sand of the shore. And then these are some additional waves out in the water. Let's stick that behind the boat. So they're having a rocky sail time. Yeah, the wind's really blowing, and so therefore you have to have the sail, and you have the water lapping up. Yeah, that's the little story here. And maybe just take that one off. Put that in the background. Just like that. Okay. All right. Wow, that's so far away. Let me zoom in for you. I meant to do that before I started my live, so just bear with me. Okay. I need something that just so that I could see if the words. Oh, sure, you can't see those words. I wanted something so I could see if the words are blurry. Okay. There you go. That one spoke to me. Yeah. On this one here, do you see the little skulls? I made a little skull mask right there. So I thought that was fun. I don't know what we're doing with this one yet, but we have our little scene there. This one's just gonna sit. My brain can't work like that yet, so I'm gonna put that one to the side, and we're just gonna glue this sucker down. I am. I have to say, I don't know why I keep coming up with these. I think this is like the third or fourth, maybe third or fourth ocean type scene. Um, and I am more of a outdoors mountain person. Like if Sherry, do you like the beach or do you like the mountains? Sherry will say the mountains. I like the mountains, but for some reason, yeah, I am not sure why. This is like the third or fourth beach scene that's coming up for me in my artwork. Not sure why. Something is going on in the subconscious, I guess. Yeah, I don't know what it is about the ocean collages. I really don't. Yeah. I did a fish. You just don't know. Something's going on there. Maybe it's time to go back to Disney World. Just teasing. We have not been since before COVID. Like, yeah. We do need to take a family trip. The kid's getting older, and it won't be long before he's out of the house. So we do need to take a family trip. Connect with our teenager. Do something fun. Might need to glue that with other glue. Put some glue in there. You know, Christina, knowing that I've done a number of ocean scenes, maybe that's a whole piece of artwork in itself. They definitely will not go with the other abstract collages. It's almost like I have two separate collages going on in my artwork. One that represents something and one that doesn't. One that's just very abstract and just the colors and all the repetition in itself is the art, right? So of course, I meant to put something in the back because let's see if I can pull this up. It's probably too stuck. Can I get up underneath there? Oh, put that back now. I forgot to stick this behind there to give it some depth. Okay, come on. There you go. A little blue right here. That's the piece I had. Maybe it is, but maybe it wasn't. But we're gonna make it smaller. Oh, there we go. Okay. Not what I was looking for. All right. So there we have finished it. Now, let's look at just for grins, because we're talking about unity in our artwork. So before I close this out for today, because we are at that time, I just wanted all the artwork that actually has a representation of something. You can't see it all. Got it. Let me zoom back out. Maybe that would be a better thing. Okay. Does that work? Yep. Okay. And let's get that light out of the way because that glare is just horrible. These, I just thought it would be interesting to look at these together as a unity kind of situation. They're all very similar from the perspective of we're using gel prints. Now, not all of them have shading on them because I need to go back and do that. So last time, Christine, while you were gone, we create a little flower. Anyway, with our stamped ones. This guy still needs to be finished. These two, this one hasn't been done. Obviously, I haven't done that one. So but the shading, I think, really helps it pop and provide some richness to the tones and the colors. Um, but it's interesting, these little landscapes that I've made, how these 3, and there's actually a 4th one here, it's all or ocean fish related. So I thought that that was interesting. This guy, he really doesn't go with the rest of them. He's kind of like out on his own. He's more of a like a flower situation happening here, but the rest of them are definitely landscapes of some sort. And I thought that that was interesting. Similar color pattern, colors, right? Variation of shapes and sizes. Um, thought that that was just really interesting. That out of the 52 days now, um, we have 8, if I can count. Yeah, we have 8 collages that have emerged from all the abstract collages that we've been doing. So anyway, just kind of wanted to share that. All right. So with that, please leave a comment below on how you are finding unity in your life and in your art, and really, that practice of self-care that we talked about at the beginning. I would be interested in not only the unity in your life and your art and how you use that or how you achieve that, but also what time do you set aside for yourself? I mean, some people may set aside 8 o'clock at night after the kids go to bed, or they may do 4:30 in the morning like me. Not, not people aren't that crazy, I guess. But anyway, just really looking to set time for yourself. I'm just curious. And with that, I hope you have a great day and thank you for watching Ratchet Up Your Art. I will see you tomorrow.